Good afternoon, folks. I'm Baroque, and welcome back to Avowed. After clearing up the rest of Shatterscarp, finally meeting the Queen of Terror, the Archmage, and surviving in what was quite an amicable encounter, really, we move on to the last part of the main quest, assumably in the zone, at the ruins of Naku Kubel. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. Well done getting through. Get yourselves a warm, pardon me, a warm beverage. Come join me. Alright. In we go. Sure, our health's topped off. Big old godless ruin. We'll investigate the edges and make our way up to the fancy gate. Nope.
Right behind you.
He's gonna see us, isn't he? It's fine. We're all fully upgraded and raring to go. Still feel like I need more stamina. I don't like bumping all of my points into stamina just to get a few more swings, but maybe one more point will be okay. We'll see how it feels thereafter. Little far. Grab up the bits. I wouldn't necessarily pick up and loot spicy sausage off a dead mushroom zombie. Not likely to taste very nice. Oh, we got a little bit winding down. Let's have a good old investigate. All sorts of shit round here.
Oh no, you don't.
I mean, they will, Kai. I'm just looting. Oh, too far. Whoop. Off you go.
Nice.
Ah, ledging. Always feels good. And they're working with the lizards. We had that one bit where the lizards were fighting the dream thralls. And that kind of felt how it should be. But every other time since, they've kind of left each other alone, which is just a little bit weird. Got a level. Go into more crit. Where was it? There we go. Oh, hang on. I think we got the crit chance at 20 now. Yes. Ooh, companion ability. Hang on.
Knives and shadows! Invaders in the garden!
Gun just does so little now compared to sword. Especially with that item we got that jumped our 200 damage by what, 15%? Something like that? Massive difference. Very pretty barrier. Usually you end up with barriers that are just one flat colour. Maybe a little grain going over the top like there, but I like the flowiness of it. Yes, big crits, please. It's a bit straightforward, but can it argue with those results? Take zombie stew. Burn it.
Aye, aye.
Oh, I meant to go and check in with my companions, didn't I, at the start? Because they're all going to have dialogue after this main quest. So I wanted to make sure they had an opportunity to get stuff off their chest beforehand. It's alright, we'll clear out the entrance, then go do it, and then just teleport back. That's fine. I need to put the last of them god gems in as well.
So many dream thralls. You think something's drawing them here?
Likely, Kai. Oh, is this the only way around?
Trespassers! Look out there!
How will they get to me? Can I pull them up here?
Hurry in the brush!
At least we can get the XP. Even if I can't loot them, that's fine. Ow. Throw a stone? Snipe them off. Excuse me. Yetzel, how did you get down there? Nice. Alright, won't get the loot, but that's fine. Ain't traipsing all the way back through. Guy's in danger. Come on, bounce. Even without much points into magic stuff and magic damage, it still does enough AoE stuff to make it more useful.
Hurry in the bush! Coming from the right!
Ah! Debuff, debuff.
Look up, boy.
My little healing spell really doesn't do much either. Steal a couple down there. Steady now. Don't want to fall all the way off. No! I knew I would. God damn it. Curse you, spider. Well, I guess now we get the loot and run our way back around. Maybe there's a quicker way I didn't notice before. Yeah. Yeah, this looks promising. Hey, it wasn't too bad. Probably make sure we've enough cooked food in. We probably do. We made a lot in Act 2 and haven't really ended up using loads of it. Feels like I'm hitting the button every couple of fights or so, depending on how spicy we get, but and I imagine on the higher difficulty especially, knocking more and more of those food buffs constantly as they seem to just stack together. Oh yeah, the treasure map and stuff as well. Yeah, we can do that after the main quest. I want to do main quest first.
Think those are keeping us out or something in?
Oh, it's those things again. Like the dead one we found. Intriguing. Then we'll get to it from the other side. Right, we'll check down that way. Make sure we've got it all covered. Yep, I saw you plant. They're being attacked by roots and stuff, so certainly not on Sepulda's side necessarily.
That all you had?
You keep shit talking him, Kai. You keep shit talking. Lovely. Alright, then before we enter, we nip over to a camp. And then it should let us just return. Oh, I had a second point. Ooh. Mower. And our companions, we want the rest of their abilities. Just so they're unlocked. Oh wait, the road to victory. How do you keep doing this? How dare you do this? Evening, bub. Give him some health. Yatsil can have the missile. Fire rate, range, or dealing shock. Rate of fire. Very good. Right, let's natter with everybody before we get moving.
Let's not do that again. Let's stay out of Archmage's domains from now on.
It was fun!
Sure, we made it out alive, but that outcome felt out of my hands more than I'd like.
I don't think Ringrim wanted to hurt us.
Oh, that small army of skeletons she sent after us might care to differ.
She knew we could deal.
Anyway, I'm glad to be out of there. Time to curl up with some jerky and a few swigs of Wodak. Anyway.
Get some rest.
You too.
Yatsil.
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain. We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master Illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi.
Now, you've got to be careful, AJ. If you use them all up too soon, you will run out. Inevitably. In the English language, you will run out. But Rover. It works so well! I hate it.
And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice.
I mean, she said she'd sit with you. And you get the feeling they're a big deal to you.
As smart as you are, Envoy, I sometimes forget that you are still a layperson. It doesn't feel real. But it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do?
Oh, it's great every time.
If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord.
Wait, why?
And what about my study of the godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
You're gonna leave him on his own?
Quilici is non-negotiable. He's my heart. But there's more to life than just Fjord. Even if it is my home. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day.
Is that how it just is on Aora? No, the seasons are different. Yeah, no, yeah, they're fair enough. I think we read that elsewhere.
I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed.
Don't say that, AJ. I'm just picturing a gigantic Word document that you're just adding to periodically. And I can't begin to comprehend the depths that it goes to.
I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
Oh. Would you really leave Quilici with Vidaro at a time like this?
Oh, my love. That is a fate worse than death. They'll need someone to help them build a new home for the Animancers. And maybe, if I was there, I could at least make sure our tea house has enough stock to keep Monto happy. Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the
No,
advice.
you do you, Yatsul. It's okay. I just, it means a lot to you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
It's the only letter she's written to him that isn't spicy. Giata, rather.
You have an inquisitive mind. I respect that.
But...
If you ever feel your education is missing something,
oh my goodness, the
I'll
training!
be happy to teach you what I know.
Yes. Ready to learn.
Excellent.
Maria still hasn't done this yet, that son of a bitch. I just looked at that, AJ, and my brain just went dead immediately. Barreling. There are enough people who have been in this chat enough times. Whether it's Not Shill or Dark Eyes. Others I know are maybe not as regular as yourself, but who do know me from behind the screen, who would just eat it all up. Every single one. Sometimes I'm glad they're not here to see it. Oh, so much ammunition for everyone. You've ruined me.
The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education.
Yes, give me the stats.
If there's anything you've been dying to learn from an animancer, now's the time.
Let's see. Leave it in her hands. Pick for me.
Very well. Hold your questions to the end if you don't mind. Otherwise, I'll lose my train of thought. Now, let's begin. You drifted off for a moment. Were you paying attention?
It's hanging on your every word.
Really? What's the last thing I said?
I don't know, it faded to black. Perception 7. God damn it. You drifted off for a moment. Yes, the smart-ass answer.
Well, aren't you the clever one? No harm done, of course. I don't mind if you catch a few winks. Besides, a little nap is good for the soul.
I disagree.
I slept through my share of lectures, and look how I turned out.
I've just never been able to handle napping. I can't do it. Like, if I try, I end up sleeping for longer than intended, or just feeling wretched after 10 minutes or 15, 30 minutes of sleep. And folks I've lived with and friends over the years who can just put their head on a sofa and be gone, and just be asleep. There's a lady I lived with who, middle of a house party, just got to the corner of a sofa and just fell asleep for like a solid hour. Middle of the house party. Insane to me. I could not have been more jealous of it. That's a superpower. Real life
That's all I have
superpower.
to teach you for now. I'll chime in if anything else comes to mind.
Cheers, Giata. Are you holding up?
Well, my future is in
Oh,
shambles.
I've missed the Archmage bit.
but
I'll
I
have to
no
try to talk to her
idea
again.
What to do next? Oh, and my home burned down. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fiormes Iverno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work.
Why is that?
The Dream Scourge? Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents.
I mean, that's what we're going to find out.
The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work.
I think it'd be a pretty good headline. Compared to most these days, AJ, I'd read it.
Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do
Oh god, you're right, it is. Well played.
Useless. I'm... nothing.
Oh, Giata, don't be like this. We trace it to the garden, we'll find answers there.
Let's hope we live long enough to see this garden of yours.
Of course we will.
Quilici always told me
We're the
to
protagonist
slow down,
gang.
to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right?
Good way to burn out, Giata.
I'll find answers in the garden. For better or worse.
Try and...
If I must.
Ooh, some intim resolve. Sure. Try again, see if she talks about the
You
Archmage.
have something on your...
Yeah, what do you think about Ringrim?
Oh, she was incredible. A self-employed researcher working to further her own interests. Answering to no one.
No, that it is, AJ, that it is.
Not that I'm overlooking her arrogance or her disdain for the lives of others. What inspires me is her persistence.
When you're basically immortal, I think it probably becomes pretty easy to become persistent.
More importantly, she confirmed my
She did give up
suspicion.
on the piano, though. We
The
learnt
living
that.
land sits atop a closed system of Adra. If nothing else, it's good to find someone who believes in your work.
How unusual is a closed system of Adra? That's a big deal in this.
On this scale, very unusual.
Some smaller, though.
I've been thinking, a closed system might explain a few things. Imagine souls passing through Adra. They die here and they're reborn here, over and over. After so many lifetimes, the Adra grows dense, full of life and wisdom, fear and pain, with nowhere to go.
Like a kettle boiling over.
A quaint but accurate simplification. Such an environment would be rich with essence, messy, but full of potential for something or someone to grow.
I think Sepultura is the lived experience of everyone who ever died here?
Maybe that's how they started, in their most primordial form. Anyway, it's just a theory. Don't quote me on it.
Fair enough. Thank you, Jetta.
Not before I've done some reading.
Then we check with Kai.
Listen, thank you for visiting Tama's memorial with me.
That's alright.
I didn't think I'd ever trust someone the way I trusted him. But both of you have a clarity of purpose I've never seen in anyone else.
I agree with that, AJ, but I don't think that'd stop you necessarily becoming persistent, depending on how big the goal is.
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
How are you feeling now you've paid your respects?
Like I just woke up with a hangover.
Ah.
Every feeling, every memory I tried to keep a lid on is sloshing around, and I'm struggling to keep my balance. But I'm also remembering moments I hadn't let myself think on in a long time. Feeling a warmth I couldn't get close to.
Aww. That's wonderful, Kai.
It's a process.
We think of grief as a burden, as something to be conquered. After a while, it gets to be so familiar, it's almost a source of comfort.
Almost being the key word there.
I wish this were another burden to conquer. That would feel easier. It's hard to imagine grief ever being a comfort, but I'll have to take your word for it.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I'll get there. And thank you for seeing this through with me.
No problem.
Was there something else?
Now we good. Good night, Kai. Let me just
Stand
dog
up in
Marius
bed
again.
before you settle in.
Trade me,
I have a moment to talk. Right.
you son of a bitch.
What do you need?
Everyone else has trained me.
Right.
I don't think it's an impossible thing, but I think in the vast majority of cases, difficult to get to that level of contentedness with it. And that's probably too
Thank you
generous
for
a
telling
word.
us about Tama.
Oh.
For what it's worth, I don't think less of you. Dealing with grief, it's never easy.
I've lost people before. You're right. The grief is never easy. What I didn't know how to deal with was the shame, knowing I'd failed them.
We never
Getting too
fail
real.
those who love us. But our conscience tells us otherwise.
Right, god statue. And what does the god of illusion, fate, and oddly Cthulhu-y things have to say? Let them lull you. Dream.
Cannot be a god. This is preposterous.
Oh, the fire goddess is involved.
Yes, but have you seen
I love that.
what has passed before? The most preposterous things are always true.
It's like how they do chaos in Hades, a being where gender really doesn't make any sense, so unknowable, ineffable, and all over the shop, that you just layer different voices of different people. I love it when you do that.
A god unbound to us.
How many voices?
What does it feel? What does it think? It fascinates us.
I think 3? I don't think it could be more than 3.
It is not one of us. We must be sure of its intent.
Ooh. I don't care for the creation, I don't care for the power. Motives. Because that's going to influence how we react to Sepulda later.
Intent. Action. We do not hear a melody in this god's motives.
Useless.
It is a neophyte, plinking how it will.
Am I to believe it is ignorant of its power?
Even a child at play steps on ants in the garden.
Just this once, I wish you would make sense.
I think we've heard a lot about play and the garden. Let's get nebulous with it. I don't know that one, AJ, but I'll have to have a look for some clips.
My mind is clear. If we cannot quantify this god, we cannot be sure that it will not challenge us one day.
We're still unclear if these listenings to the other gods are in the present or in the past. It's hard to say.
Carry before the lunge, then.
I will not act now, but I will watch and wait. I will not brook another Wodaka,
Ooh.
from outside or within.
Now that's interesting. Wodaka's like our main antagonist god, for lack of a better term, here in the Living Lands. You know, with the steel garrote and all that. How the Magran is.
Adds a little culture to the camp, doesn't it?
AJ, that would be wild. If it was in the future, that would be absolutely wild, and I wouldn't understand it at all. Let's see. Crit steal, high random accumulation, so we could get multiple stuff. More crit chance. Some interperception. Don't know what shadowing beyond is. Restoring mana also restores a bit of health. And activating a level 15 or 20 ability, of which I have none, means a touch of damage reduction. Does it beat out the Wodaka one? Companion ability, high fire on crits. Companion cooldown is so good. It's so good, but I think this just takes over for my personal damage. Also, that bonus to crit chance is helping where we're currently going. Let's do it. We'll see what the next totem is.
Flashberries.
Oh, I loved those as a child. The gifted magpie used to make a delicious flashberry jam.
Ooh, sweet and a little tangy.
Oh no, they're gonna make me hungry.
They snap when you bite down. Huh. A little spicy burn if you leave the seeds in.
Oh, that's it. Now I'm hungry again. And I would kill for a flashberry.
My guess is most of the vines were destroyed in the fires.
Marius!
The berries will return.
Alright, make some tea. Oh yeah, that's plenty of tea. Then we make some of the other meats. Cook up me fish. Oh, I've clicked the gap. Yeah, there we go. You know, just a casual evening in Adventureland, AJ. I love the idea, though, of just kind of eavesdropping on the gods a little bit. Especially when they're so integral to this world and its cycles. Or porridge. My pack stuffed with porridge. Praying we don't get a leak of some kind and it just sloshes everywhere. Can you imagine your adventurer's satchel just a pile of porridge?
Either nature will bring them back, or I will.
If Ludwig killed all the flashberries, I will be very angry with her.
That's the most emotive you've got, Marius. Right. Previous location, we should be right at the door. I'm tempted to see what Giata says here. Actually, I love Kai. I love him at bits. But the garden's going to make most sense, I think, for the two wizards of the group. And I think we're going to be starting the next area with Kai and Marius anyway. This makes sense. Again, all this time, I still haven't watched a recap on the first two games. That's probably for the better, but...
We've seen giants like these before.
It's another one.
What happened here?
It's got attacked by the roots, so it was against Sepulda, but it's got flesh bits in its butt. And bones? Yeah, they're bones, not mushrooms. We'll definitely be fighting a few of those before this game's done. Unquestionably. Who was fighting them? The Akita people, maybe? Quick save.
I've dreamt of exploring Naku Kubel for years. To find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished.
I built this. We've already seen this in a memory. I built this in a past life. And then Sepalda created some kind of earthquake sandstorm. No time to waste. Let's get going.
Of course, but we can take a little look around since we're here already, can't
Of
we?
course we will, Yatsel.
We found something like this in Naku Tadak. What's their significance?
These are magfolk. They're often found in many godless ruins, but they are definitely not godless.
To be fair, AJ, my tastes go in any and all directions. But I think for the magical ruin, probably the magic people. But don't get me wrong, having them on either arm is still a net positive. Look like warriors. Those blades are shaped like swords.
That's no surprise. The magfolk are responsible for taking many lives. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Akhidan lore.
Huh. Golems that kind of came up out of nowhere and started murdering a whole species of people, but no time to write it down? Many questions.
I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
No, I don't either.
They seem to be killing machines. But who made them? And to what
See,
end?
this is why we brought Giata. We needed 2 researchers here.
8 years.
Oh.
Blood like a fountain. No quarter. Nothing spared.
They came in and murdered everyone. Probably for Wodika?
Wait, did the voice in your head just talk? What did it say?
Feels like thousands died here, and badly.
Perhaps more. It's impossible to know the true count. Anything of historic importance is often blood-soaked. Are you ready? We're entering one of their holiest places. Who knows what we'll find?
Maybe we'll see a dragon.
Okay. Got my wand, got my grimoire. Let's go already.
That's fair enough, AJ. I can respect that. I'm putting myself out here online to the world, so there's just going to be some inherent judgment. But I can appreciate the former not being so. There's people being people.
Wrath.
It's always rough with these spells. Oh, what? Nicely done, Yatsel.
We remember. They loved, and we loved in return.
That's almost like some kind of skeleton. Backs of a spine.
Free now.
It still feels like there's another zone left, but if we're choosing in this dungeon between freeing our guard and not freeing them, that feels like it's going to have implication.
We remember. They loved, and we loved in return.
You said that, Spalda.
A branch breaks.
Oh, Kai's ability is not on the thing. Let's put Giata's lovely move speed ability there. And attack speed. Bap. Bap. Oh, it's beautiful. I've missed this. I have to kind of tank now, though. Which is fine. We'll manage. Still wearing pretty beefy stuff. Hello! Spiders. Always bloody spiders. Okay, the way forward. Yeah, so open up this illusion.
That's done. What? It's hard.
When the game's giving you a pile of potions. His body's like made of chains? That's So long ago in the world's history, that's pretty advanced technological golem. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. There's certainly parts of that generalization that hold up. I don't know. I tend to find people just tend to be pretty complicated. The older I get, the more complicated people seem to be.
Oh,
It's
look
trying
at
to
that
bring
art.
things back to a bit of simplicity
What else
that's
would be here?
difficult. That screams we're going to open up pathways. Or do I get the ability to shape routes? Oh gods, I can't go back through every map looking for specific red fawns.
The
Oh,
heart of the Akita beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
how will any of them still be alive? Outside of overpowered mages of some kind. Oh. Ooh. Another mural.
Symbols.
An intruder comes.
Hello?
That's a ghost. That's an Akitan ghost.
Angela just delivering these lines so well. Ooh. Oh, I thought this was like some purple portal into the side. No, it's just a glowing mushroom. My dreams shattered on the rocks. Right, well, it looks like it's going to lead us through all these different rooms, so let's go say hello. Numena. A godlike like me.
Belong here. Why have you come?
That's one of the customization options we could get at the start.
What business do you have in this place? Tell me, before I strike you down.
I see no reason to lie to the ghosty. I'm here to find the garden.
And the gardener. Of course, they'd seek more souls to help them.
Oh, you sound angry. Sepulda's a gardener?
The gardener. That must be how the ancient Akitans referred to their god, to Sapadal.
So now my brain's like, right, what have we read in this game prior where someone has referred to a gardener? And was it in positive or negative connotations? I'm drawing a blank.
I am Numena, Tebaro Senakis, and guardian of the Akita and the living lands.
Okay, so Tibaru Sinakis was like a champion. I know I can just... Yeah, ancient guardians that were godlikes. Special purpose from the creator.
They came swarming, relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole the heat from the stars.
That's a hell of a statement. They stole the heat from the stars.
They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our kin. And the sky held no sun as our children screamed.
Oh, I know this. You speak of the Magfolk.
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses remain, as do our memories of what they did to us.
There was no record, though. Why? Star vampires today, Jay. Oh, no, they can't be golems and star vampires, but the idea of star vampires is either something terrifyingly cosmic, or my brain went, magical girl vampires. That show probably exists somewhere already, though.
A fallen people cannot write the story of how they were destroyed.
And we see a lot of people writing notes, though, Yatzil, in their dying moments.
That's why there are no records, no histories.
We fought so hard.
Unless it happened that
but
quickly.
We fell too. Then they trapped our gardener.
See, now they're saying our gardener in a positive way.
Trapped. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. Stop this.
Oh. You've been hiding what you know about the Megfolk from me. Why?
The memory, it scorches our wounds.
That hurts.
The light, it blinded us. Why were we so afraid?
The gardener quickens. This hastens our fears.
You murdered others for the gardener, for Sepulda.
What the gardener requests, none dare refuse. In their fear, They begged that we protect them.
What was Sepulda's ult? What was their goal?
Death hungers and cannot be sated. That which killed the Akita wants more slaughter still.
Nope, the Star Vampires are still out there.
So our gardener calls then, begging one more time to be set free.
One more time screams, we have done this before. Well, they've done this before. See, AJ, something did exist. Unsurprising.
We wait. They know. They understand. Why do they hinder you?
Why have you been imprisoned before, Sepulda?
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. But you will prove yourself to us through a series of trials.
I feel really conflicted at the moment.
Survive these trials, and you will know the way to the garden.
Sure.
First is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face the second.
Yep, sure. I saw Kishamal's memory. Your people tested her too.
You saw? Yes, she was tested. She was trained to build and lead. But she fell, as did all the cities of my people when the Magfolk came.
Every single time she fell though and got into shit, our ancestor, the Megfolk weren't involved.
Go now. Your trials begin.
I assume that's meant to be Sepulda?
We just spoke to an ancient Akedan.
That's the third Andros titty she doesn't uttered so far in the game. Wonder how many more. Right.
Let's finish this.
Where's the priest? There's always a priest. Oh, I wish they'd been like unique enemy dead models from their society. I mean, maybe they're wearing some different clothes that it's hard to tell immediately. Like different textures on the cloth, but I suppose we don't know if God likes, you know, would my bark face stay on my skeletal head, or would it rot away? I was a healer, you son of a bitch! I got stuck. Get him out of here! Good kick, skeleton, but no dice. Potentially, and again, we don't know in terms of the Akida themselves, but at the very least for Godlight, with like, you know, that could be anything from horns to flaming head to glowy golden head to like my literal bark for a face, or mushrooms. Would mushrooms attached to a skeleton decay the same? I simply don't know. Hey!
I think I got bone dust in my fur.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Always chatter, but now is not the time for snacking. Surely they would have had a different currency too. Potentially. Depends. Trial of strength continue. Ooh. More fancy murals.
Called you a Tebaru Sanakis. That must be what the Akita called their godlikes.
I know, Yatsil. I wish I could have explained it all to you.
This mural looks idyllic, doesn't it? Sabadal is helping the Akidans grow and flourish. They seem happy.
It's interesting design now. We haven't seen them take form in this way. I remember them. They haven't referred to he or she in other terms. I suppose it is just nature, but not quite in the Mother Nature kind of way. Looks similar to the garb from those big flashbacks. Could go in there, or Sneaky pool. What have you got? Nah, I knew it. Gimme, gimme. Oh, skeleton. Lovely. Glad I checked. Wait, we'll get to the end of this. There'll just be a big bear. It's always a bloody bear. You have not seen. You have not seen. Your friends haven't seen. Yep, gotcha. Wonderful. Too far away. Speed buff, please. Beautiful. Ghost. Healed. Where's the healer? You son of a bitch. Stop running! It's a great little spell effect where that just ball meteor drops on them. Ah! Quick bit of beverage. Make sure we do the same. Keep yourselves hydrated. So it's varied, AJ. Sometimes we have had caves. Sometimes we've had a little bit of loot. We have seen a lot of dead ends, though. For example, bits like this, that doesn't count as behind the waterfall, but I suppose there was this bit up here. And like this one, no dice. I'd say it's certainly been in the negatives. There have been more without than with, but in the grand scheme of video games not utilizing their waterfalls, it is certainly higher than most. So I have to give it credit for that. And I know the argument probably design-wise would be, well, if we put something behind every waterfall, it wouldn't feel as, you know, fantastical. It wouldn't feel as great, but I disagree. Every waterfall. Tablet covered in glyphs and symbols lost to time. The words themselves are indecipherable to the average reader. It's clearly written in a careful hand and looks official. It would be worth asking Yatsil to read the tablet for more details.
I'll have to do a more thorough reading later, but it looks like notes from the architect.
What do you mean later?
It seems Naku was divinely inspired, so it's Sabador's fault you got rid of
Fair enough. Onward for more fighting.
Nice of them to give us a little break, isn't it?
They're gathering their strength. We should do the same.
Bet one of these combat puzzles is gonna... One of these puzzles are out. There. One of these trials, there we go, is going to be a puzzle. And it's gonna ruin me. I can feel it. Maybe one's a conversation. Because there's always a test of strength. You have to. Oh, snuck around. I saw one skeleton archer. Where's the other? Beautiful. Oh, they're coming from those little gaps in the walls. I see.
Quick as a fox.
Jamaica. Oh, actually, it might be enough here to warrant a bigger lightning bolt. Don't summon more. It's already getting crowded. Porridge, please. Oh, I should use my pierce. 100% AJ. In every case when it's a battle of wits. Being completely oblivious to something right nearby and then overthinking any puzzle element. Like, even the simplest Legend of Zelda puzzles over the years as a kid, I would completely overthink. Try and do something extra when the game wasn't even built for that. Nowadays, maybe I'd be better suited to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom type thing when you can go crazy with it. But even then, probably shoot myself in the foot. We all have our weaknesses. Left. Lovely. Come on, give me a fancy boss or something, game. Give me something unique. What I want to see. There were a load of grenades in here I could have shot from the ceiling, but...
Yeah.
Any sneaky treasure chests? No. Okay.
That's the last of them. So much for the first trial.
Oh.
On to the second.
I'm disappointed. Assumably there will be a boss after all these trials, or maybe the steel garrote, now that we have opened the door, will have followed us in. Ooh. Star of Unbeing. Terrifying name for a mace. Power attacks deal a lot of poison accumulation, and a successful special attack casts Pull of Aura. I like ones that have built-in spells. The crude, almost organic shape of this wicked mace gives the appearance that it was sculpted rather than forged. A rancid smell emanates from the thing, indicative of the strange, toxic properties of whatever metal this weapon was crafted out of. Based on the appearance of this weapon, it should be much heavier for its size than it is, but it's shockingly light. This mace, much like the story behind its creation, is an utter mystery. What's it look like then? Oh. I didn't expect angry purple for poison mace. Look, there's like things floating around in it. "100% AJ. Maybe I knock. Maybe I doorbell. Which one's more polite? Maybe I do a couple of taps. The single rap, the triple rap, the Mario theme song, you know, da 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 da. Like, what do we do? Oh, that sounds nice to swing. Fancy. I still greatsword though, and I still desperately need some kind of lightning greatsword, but with one zone left, assumably, the odds are getting pretty thin. Still need to keep those pants. I mean, poison greatsword has served as well. It looks fancy. I'm not a big fan of the splash. But maybe the star metal side quest lets us pick what we want to forge. That would be my hope. The next trial.
Look! Now we've got another door open. And another ghost.
That's a volcano.
Come forward.
Tanusas, hello.
You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. You did not fall with us.
I did not.
Why have you come here? Tell me your mind. Tell me what writhes in it.
I was told I must pass your trials to find Sapalda.
You wish to find our gardener? I know that story. And where it ends.
See, that's suspect as well. Is that warning?
The Magfolk sought the gardener too. And our gardener did not want to be found.
I'm not here to kill them.
Our
I think.
gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe.
If they did that in the past, though, surely the gods would know.
The waters
Timeline.
boiled. The land opened. The rivers rose. And we drowned.
much more destructive way to separate your continent than, say, the Pandaren in WoW's Mists of Pandaria. We put a fog over the land and we will drift away gently to the side, so we won't get attacked by an army of demons. No, in this case, just cataclysm. Terrifying.
We broke the pain. We died with them. How did we do this?
Wait, you killed Akita when you fought the Megfolk?
We bleed, they bleed, the Magfolk strike. How could we pierce the vein?
It had to be a big response. You couldn't, like, target them specifically.
We cannot. We writhe. Why must we feel this again?
Memories are hard. It's exactly, AJ. It's pinpointing that it can't be in the future. That'd be crazy, because how would it take into account any choices we make? Unless it's very clever.
When the Magfolk were at our doors.
It wasn't the first time. And Hekala built Naku Tedek after one of Sepulda's outbursts.
How could you know of this?
Collectibles.
Yes. Her ways are strange and volatile. And you will need to show wisdom to navigate them.
Oh no.
Their ways are not the ways of people.
Don't do this to me.
You want a path to the garden? Pass this trial of the mind.
No!
Show me how clever you are. We will know the breadth of your wisdom before we let you learn what our gardener truly is.
Okay, how bad can it be?
Whatever gets us answers must be worth it, right?
A trial of the mind. I wonder if there's a trick to it.
Right, is it dangerous poison water? Yep, of course it is. There was an item over there. So about that intelligence. Should have clearly checked for an item to the side firsthand. And then not taken damage. That was the answer there. Begin as I mean to continue. Oh, it's taking me outside. No, AJ. No. You saw nothing. No one was here. This is a dead stream. Okay, this isn't wisdom. This isn't wisdom. This is just platforming and not getting hit. Oh, boy. Okay, quick save. Yep. Oh, Giata has that speed spell. There, that one, that side, this side, through them before they spin again. Hey! Reckless Abaddon. Reckless Abaddon beats puzzles. That's what I mean, though. It's not really a puzzle, is it? You're just running at that point. Ooh, do we go over there? Yes. Oh, it's just another way around. Never mind. I thought it might be something spicy.
Yeah.
You watch. I'll check a list of weapons when the game's over. And that lightning greatsword will be a place that I've just missed. A tiny hole in a wall. It might not even exist, to be fair. Ideally, if it's just a two-handed weapon that has shock damage, but a greatsword would be ideal. Wait a minute, that's just taking me around again. I'm confused. Wait, what? Where am I? Oh.
These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they?
The dead should not keep secrets, unless they resent the living.
Perhaps they're just unused to visitors? Surely they'll warm up to us eventually.
God damn dodge. Ah, you gotta do it, AJ. You gotta do it. No! My whole life flashed before my eyes. Okay, what triggered that? Oh! Son of a bit. Oh, that one just shot out. Okay. Yep. Yep, I see more flames in the wall. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. There. Whoop!
Who maintains these traps? Ridiculous when you think about it.
Exactly, Giata. Exactly. I'm still burning. Okay, we're fine. Do I have, like, a food buff that's, like, more defense in general? Some constitution and damage reduction. Yep, we'll drink the wine. Okay, we're in these trials. Let's do them all. All the food buffs. Every single one. I only have one of those. Oh my god, look above the health bar. You can stack all of them. Bang. 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 Absurd, but I like it. So many icons. I'm invincible. You won't get me, trap room. Oh, fuck. It might get me, trap room. Okay. Shock pad. Jat it. Zap it.
Just a little spark. A little more goes a long way.
What did that change? The blades went away. Hey! They're coming back on. Ow, 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 ow. Sound like little fireworks. Probably how they got the sound effect. It's like that scene in Overlord, end of season 1, where he just buffs himself. I love that bit so much. It feels so iconic to that show to me. Just any proper D&D prep.
The Echidans are being less welcoming than I'd hoped.
What did you expect?
Well, that wasn't a crazy trial. That could have been way worse.
Trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Did they create the volcano?
We're getting answers, with or without their help.
Judging by this mural, the relationship the Akita had with her god was complicated.
Aye, well, if they were all of nature, then volcanoes.
A little moody? This mural almost makes me feel nervous.
I'm an angry god. Volcano. Mana's ward and some corrupted Ardra. A successful parry gives you temporary health and 5% damage reduction against spirits. Not bad. It's an interesting shape. Little Ardra gems in the corner. It's kind of like a frog's paw, hand, feet, whatever you call it for a frog. Interesting. Harvesters of Gorn are sometimes known for using lanterns with cores of Ardra to reap the souls of the fallen. Nimana believed that there were more effective ways to do this. To accomplish this, she embedded 4 chunks of Ardra into her shield and personally blessed it, using some of her very soul as a battery to do so. The result was something that not only had the capacity to reap souls of the dead for those that knew how, but also a way to keep herself safe from the angry spirits of the fallen that would invariably lurk around the battlefield she frequented for the harvest. That's a fun bit of lore on a weapon. I like that. Immediately breaking it down. Again, just more games. Need some way to catalogue the uniques you find. Another tablet. Yatsil.
Looks like a list of building materials. Probably for Naku Kubel itself.
Lots of stone, I'd wager.
Third time's the charm. Another door is revealed.
Right, well, that was intelligence, which was more just avoid these puzzles. It felt more like a dexterity challenge, so what could this one be? Exactly, AJ, a little hot-headed. Kutenrus.
Somehow, you've proven to have strength.
Echo voice.
We now see what you represent. We know the truth of you. We cannot risk you causing another calamity.
Explain. The people of Nimana's time thought they knew what was best for Sepalda too. What makes you sure you know any better?
You know of this. Nimana's brethren were mistaken. But we would know what's best for our gardener. We understand what they are. No more words. You have not earned the right. Finish your last trial.
What are we testing this time?
You come as a supplicant. You do not have the privilege of questions. Go.
Well, that one really didn't like me.
I wonder what's at the end of all these trials. Can't imagine it's good.
Indeed, Yatzil. Neither can I.
Of course, these trials require a leap of faith.
Alright. Can't help myself. Every time I hear screams like that from like falling and whatnot in games, I should think of the poor voice actor in the booth. Right, 10 more takes. We're going to be here for 3 hours. Best have that honey in your drink. Exactly, AJ. I mean, maybe he'll have something to explain himself with thereafter, but we'll see. Door and...
There are gardeners marked.
Hang on. Just wait a moment. There's another path that way. Maybe it's going to lead round? Damn. Oh, hang on. Doggy. Don't forget, they do so little with the environmental stuff. Like, yeah, you burn a few like bushels, you electrocute a few things, you can create like the like switches to turn on and off. It's like they started building something in the vein of Divinity Original Sin 2 or Baldur's Gate 3 and just didn't really have the space or time to go crazy with it. Like, I like that, it's there, don't get me wrong. It outside of really specific scenarios and a bit of exploration, it just hasn't come up that much. More's the pity.
The gardener has grown roots into the Outlander.
Mercer,
What
is that
do
you?
you truly seek with our God?
Godless Death Totem. Yatzil, read this first, please. Oh, there is different dialogue. In which the writing itself is scratchy, it looks like it was written quickly and with little care.
This is... Oh. Well, seems like some of the construction crew had all kinds of fun.
Why would they write that down? Hey folks reading this in the future, we banged here. Great. Why? For a joke? Many cultures around Eora decorate their temples with skulls. The godless were no exception. Meditating on the inevitability of death prepares the soul for a swift passage into the beyond.
Yeah.
It was. Absolutely was, AJ. I'm really excited to see what Larian do next. Maybe they do something crazy and make another Dragon Commander game. Did you ever play that? The RTS they did where you could turn into a dragon and there was also politics? It was crazy. Like, the actual RTS mechanics were really simple, and all the armies had the same units, so it got real boring real fast. But flying around as a dragon and the politics was amazing. It could have been really good copulation, you're absolutely right. Enough to write it down on an in stone engraving. You three are going to fight me, aren't you? Oh, jump.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Oh, you don't like me either.
Like vermin you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardens. Hesitation. Why do they smell fear?
Because they don't want me to succeed?
They are here to be found. Why? Why will they not free us?
Because you burnt down the island.
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and causing another calamity.
The calamity's already taken place. I'm here to stop it.
Be that as it may, we still won't risk another. You must perish, Outlander.
We will not have the Gardener break this land again. You cannot convince us otherwise.
No, I'ma try.
Accusations like water. We do not recognize our face. The ripples break. What do they hide from us? Why do they turn away?
I mean, you killed them.
Now, lay your life down. We will all rest quietly. The Gardener will not be disturbed.
That little texture around your eyes is having some trouble. I will protect Sepulda, and in doing so, keep them at peace.
A bold claim. How do I know you can fulfill it?
Oh yes, let's use that ancient history. Outlanders built a new city on the bones of Kishmala. Help me find Sepulda before others do them harm.
You fight like someone who has everything to lose. I will not say I trust you, but...
But I got those collectibles.
I will not raise arms against you. My fellows, however, will.
Fair enough. I respect that. Highest level things we've found, but it's just the two of them. And I swing pretty quick. Again, on this difficulty, I don't think as long as I've been staying upgraded, nothing's going to challenge me too hard, but that's okay. For RPGs, I'm generally not there to just
Anyone else want to die
be ground into the dirt. I like to enjoy the story.
Looks like we got a prize on the table over there.
Like, I used to play Witcher 3 at like one of the higher difficulty settings, if not the highest, but just got so annoyed over time. It became way more fun when I knocked that difficulty right down and just got through the game. Too time consuming. Eden device. Can we look at the mural first? Volcano, Sepulda being like, all of you die!
There's so much rage. The Sabadal must have been furious, and the Akedans unfortunate bystanders.
What this?
Wow. I've never seen an Akedan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Exactly, AJ. Too big a game they took to get bodied like that.
Ever closer. We must speak of this.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years. Just waiting for the right hands to pick it up again.
Looks like we beat Ludwig to it after all.
Good. Serves her right.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need time to translate.
No, wait, there's loot in the next room. Let me in. Give it, Skellington. Thank you very much. That is a very fancy effect. I like it a lot. Tiny box. Oh, I should check this map first. Mysterious device of Akkadian origin. Its construction hints at use as a navigational aid. It looks fancy in the tiny diagram. Ragnar's Clarity. Wisdom and Perception. What two do I have equipped? Crit stealing poison. And more regeneration from poison, potions and food. I think we can do better than that now. Not exactly, AJ. Certainly has that vibe. None of those. What about the rings? Crit hit chance increases with your total wealth. I do have a lot of money right now. Yoink. And with the crit stuff we're going for. And crit stealing poison adds up. Cool. Will it tell me that bonus? Currently my crit hit chance is 53%. That's pretty solid. Come on, stat screen. See, it says there, crit hit increases with total wealth. Doesn't give a number. Disgraceful. Disgraceful for a stat screen. Oh, I forgot to read the new ring. Whoops. Where are you? There we go. When a volcano at the center of an island in the Deadfire Archipelago began erupting, the Ranga of a small Huana tribe was forced to action to save her people. With only two reasonable choices available, seek higher ground inland or retreat to the island's coast, Ranga had to choose quickly. In the end, she decided against marching her people towards the volcano, and led them to shore despite the increasingly darkening skies. As the Huana boarded their boats, thunder began to rumble, and it became apparent that a deadly storm was forming. The promise of escape the ocean gave became one of destruction. As lava crept closer, realization set in that the Ranga had chosen incorrectly, and now she and her people faced either death on the land or death at sea. In a moment of sudden clarity, she realized that one option yet remained, and without hesitation, slit her own throat. That moment of clarity is immortalized in this ring, a precious heirloom that was passed down through the generations. That's a grim end to that story. Certainly a hell of a name for someone to have, AJ. Street Jesus. Before we talk,
would like a word. Try and make it quick.
I can't promise that, Jota.
We yearn for answers.
There are zombies in here. There are dream zombies in here. Just do a quick sweep around the back. Clear. Right, before I hit this button and have this seemingly very important conversation, we're going to take a quick bio break, and then we'll get into it. So, stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. I'll see you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Get me a set back on. So we give us a beverage. Let's have a chat with our god. Hello again.
You are here.
I am.
You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way.
Oh, so this itself isn't actually the garden. This is our to get there.
But the Tabaru Sinakis, they turn from you. How can this be?
Because you volcanoed
Surely
them.
they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root.
Let's see. There is no answer here to say, well, you killed them. Unfortunately, I think we'll go with the first one then. Seeing their suspicion must have been painful for you. Do you remember of them?
As painful as a wound reopened. Yes. We were theirs and they were ours, and we told them to protect the wild and the green. In return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always. We protected them.
Then what happened? They spoke of death and destruction.
We will not remember.
Okay, now it's starting to get shady. Please, I want to help you, but I need to understand what happened.
Do not question us. Blade slips between the bones like a blade.
It does. That doesn't make it invalid.
We lived in harmony. We were at peace, and then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them.
Damn, my lack of intellect. According to those spirits, you did just as much harm as the Meg folk. What really happened?
Not our fault. We did not will this. We did not do this. We tried.
Again, everything seems to indicate they are more childlike than some of the other gods. Newer, perhaps, so... Again, Volcano gets rid of the angry robots, accidentally kills most of the people.
We did not want them to die. We loved them. We tried. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain.
No.
The spirits lie. We love them most. They twist our words. We will show you.
I'm skeptical.
Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power.
What do you mean we will show you? What is it?
Our gift is yours to accept or reject. That is all we will say.
You're trying to placate me with a gift to be like, I love you. You're not answering my questions. I don't need it.
It will be your loss to regret. Wait. An intruder. The piercing light. She draws near.
Oh?
The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed.
You mean Ludwin? She coming?
She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes to trap us. Out! Out! Send her out! Set us free!
That left me with a lot more doubts. Exactly, AJ. Accountability for it. Again, it takes a lot of time for a child to accept accountability. And it's different. It's a difficult teaching process. Just from what I not being a parent myself, but just from what I know from folks and stories they've told me, my own family.
What happened? Are you alright?
But
what did you do?
most kids can't volcano. Sense of fight coming our way. What's happening?
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of energy passed through it, to parts unknown.
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Stop It All?
A tantrum, something's wrong with them.
Well, that tantrum is attracting dream thralls. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now!
Yeah, that seems to indicate they have some kind of control over the dream thralls.
The
Or
map points us
something.
to Gallowayne's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast, and boom! There's our entrance into the garden.
No, AJ, I am absolutely not. As someone who was, like, not beaten as a kid, but I was slapped a few times, like, say a few times. I don't think
He knows
it's
the tusks better
an
than anyone.
effective method of teaching. I think it creates a lot more problems. Certainly plenty of studies to say so.
Until then, we must ready ourselves for a fight.
Certainly needs more conversation. We should get going. They have a bad feeling. Oh, it moved.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Just random elevator.
Much as I could see. Let's get out of here.
Ooh, Dreamfall lizards. Oh, everybody getting mushroomed. Oh boy. Bounce my lightning bolts.
Quick as the fox. On the left.
How did they get third-born Dreamfalls down here? Unless they sent them in. Ow. Spiders first. There's more about. Lizard! Look, I still love that ragdoll. Every time we kill one of those smaller lizards, they go flying. Why, are they just going to keep spawning? What do you mean? Hang on, Yatsen. I think they are just going to keep spawning. They're not dropping loot. I don't think I'm getting XP either. Alright.
Invaders in the garden.
No. Out the way. We're leaving. Big crit chops. Love to see it.
Under my protection.
Stop. It's gotten so messy so very quickly. Okay, so Ludwin's either nearby or right outside the door. Maybe that captain's there. Oh no, I killed the captain and she didn't drop her cape. Damn it. This game has yet to offer me a fancy cape. We will see by the end. I'm best to get one. Okay, they can be looted again. Oh, got a little intense there. Won't break his ankles. They'll be fine. Oh. Oh, there are steel garrote here. Get out of it, big spider. Ah, gross! Suddenly webs to face. Disgusting.
Keep
Don't mind
quiet.
me just sneaking up behind you. Wrong button! I pressed it too quickly. It's fine. I'll get the next one. No, I won't. Robbed. One of these paladins will have a cape at some point. Ooh, the Archmage is here.
Before you worsen the situation.
Oh my goodness.
Burn it out before it spreads. You're a child playing at being a hero. You understand none of the forces at work here.
Ooh.
The Circle of Archmagi has overstepped their authority. Again.
Don't want to stop the
I
dialogue.
don't know how to explain this any better. This is not a problem to solve with cannons or steel.
No wonder your guard got so angry. I feel the same way when Ludwig's near.
Should we fight them now? Seems a little soon. When we've got another act to go. Hello! X.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory.
I know, AJ, but other times we've dropped that same distance and been buggered. Oh, that perception check. You've been keeping tabs on me.
I have eyes in every corner of the living lands. Some more discreet than others.
One of my party members ain't a spy, are they? There are a couple of moments Kai's had a moment's hesitation, but I think after everything with Tama, he'd probably reveal that. Couldn't be Marius. Surely not.
This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
Why is that a question?
The same poison we burned out of Fior Messiverno.
See, that wasn't... No.
The only thing you burned was hope, and I am determined to get it back, even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapadal.
You know? How do you know?
An Inquisitor seeks answers, some through interrogation, others through prayer.
So Wodika told you?
I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. When we lay together, I felt the potential for greatness radiating out of you, body and soul.
Just gonna quickly flip that knife out, are we? Just gonna quick between the ribs.
No one has even glimpsed what you truly are. Not as I have. The light that shines from within you is blinding.
You may regret that, AJ. Usually when you burn down someone's whole city, they've not kind things to act upon thereafter.
She's using the past against you. Don't fall for it.
I know.
I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are.
What a statement to make, as a death guard and a flaming head.
We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring?
You're right about one thing, you know me, but I'm just leaning into it. It's created so many fun little moments.
Yes, and now that we're together again, we both know why the gods brought us here. There are 2 plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
This feels like it's going to have big implications for the next act. If you side with her here, how much was that change of the next zone? I'm so curious. AJ.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Hubris. She assumes a great deal about a force she barely understands.
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the living lands.
I imagine which one of these we don't side with would be fighting here.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
Then a god? Let's use other ideas, Ringgrim. What do you propose?
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I?
Ooh.
Don't interrupt me.
Don't make me separate you two. I can't do it.
Don't make me separate your skin from your muscle.
Fair.
I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the living lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins.
It's less of a cat fight when one of them is just a burning body of a person. It's more of a magic cat versus a small tank. What's the catch?
I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one.
I mean, I like that she's being honest about it.
Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
Explain few.
A few deaths? What about Quilichi? And the other Furians? And Quilichi?
We haven't even seen... One thing that has annoyed me so far, for all the little side quests that have shown us consequence in this game, that's been really good. The big decision, like when Fjord burnt down of where do we send the refugees, we haven't seen any of them in this zone. In this entire zone, we haven't seen any of them.
Gods, you're right.
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night.
Stop being cryptic.
They would feel no pain.
Oh, Christ. I'm reminded of a certain parable about a statue.
I'm so very glad you
Few for the many. What do you mean by a few?
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios.
The difference between a few, which in my brain is always about 3, is very different to 100 or so.
There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I don't like either of these.
Ringgrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue, no matter how much we might want to.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
Don't, AJ, it's all going over my head a little quickly. In the long run, your idea would improve the situation here. Ludwig's wouldn't change the status quo.
She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save.
You burnt down a city!
Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more.
Assuming we don't find another way to end the Dream Scourge in the meantime.
If such an alternative existed, I'd have suggested it already. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
I mean, if that was something they were getting in there, you mean like it would be a painless overdose of a death kind of thing? Was that what they were getting at?
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you.
Nor you, Inquisitor.
Envoy, I want to show you something.
Oh no, not another vision. Oh. Oh, the reaction. Yep, that seemed about right. Death card indeed. It's not surprising.
I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice.
Aww. I missed your old face, the way you glared at me with disapproval. Oh, I have to lean into it. There's so much more important shit to talk about, but I have to.
I don't need eyes to glare at you, Envoy.
Yeah, touche. Oh,
and
shit.
What makes you so sure the decision is truly
I hit A too quickly.
Sapadal has been whispering in your ear.
Okay, I decide.
Guiding you, influencing you.
Steady with the button presses now. I didn't even see the other bloody options.
You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand.
I hate when I do that in RPGs.
That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Sapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
So neither of these options are great.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Thank you, Yatsil.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Now, this isn't a moral thing to say, but will this random thingy of people, they wouldn't just kill off a companion. Neither is acceptable. Is this really the best we can all do? A solid pun, AJ. A true boning indeed.
Perhaps not. But one of these solutions will bring an end to the matter in Shatterscarp. Remember the village and the statue it couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the Dream Thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Adra and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
What if it just killed everyone in the zone? Just everybody.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Ludwig, you cannot use the argument of innocent lives when you burnt down a city. I want to hear from my companions.
Good people die either way, but severing the Adra shortens their suffering, I hope.
Breaking the Adra is a bold choice, but it's such a terrible cost. If only we had time to do it with some finesse.
I know, AJ, goddammit.
But Quilici, God, if there's even a chance he could... No, I can't think of that right now.
You've both brought him up. Teacher and lover, he's absolutely gonna die if we take that option.
Then again, it's not as if I trust Ludwig. The dead have no right to choose for the living. I'm at a loss. Whatever you do, make sure you believe in it, because there's no going back.
Well, as much as it would be amusing to cozy up to Ludwig, that is not where this story is going. I hate to use a greater good argument, but I am left with no other option here. Again, a temporary measure against a plague is never going to end well. They are just going to break out again. It will spread worse. Getting it to stop here, permanently, maybe only 3 people die. Maybe they were already super ill and on F star. You can't get into these conversations. Their morality goes out the bloody window. Option 3 is just insulting either of them, which I don't need to do. Ending the spread of the Dream Surge in Shatterscarp once and for all is worth the cost. Sever the Adra, Ring Grim.
Oh, what a relief. You really scared me there, Envoy.
I don't like our options, but maybe we can learn something from this one.
I'm really curious what a full Zealot side with the Steel Garrote playthrough looks like.
Let's just hope Koichi is alright.
Stop red flagging him, Jatta!
So be it. Sapadal's hold over you is stronger than I suspected.
This decision had nothing to do with Sapadal.
Rune, strengthen the living leaves. We twine.
Attune your soul to Sapadal to assist my focus on the Adra. You're the only one who can do that part.
It is interesting that Ludwin hasn't just said, right, I'm going to kill you both here.
And Yatsley, come, help me. I think you'll enjoy this.
I love made-up magic language. It's good shit in fantasy. Oh boy. Oh, it's gonna explode. Yep. Godlike's Will, a passive ability. Gain a bonus ability point to spend it in my tree. A little dull, but sure. Also, hang on. What happened? Because I turned her down for my other ability. She offered me another ability, and I've... Oh, because I didn't take one of her active abilities, I got this passive bonus for rejecting their offer. Interesting. I mean, you're right, AJ. It could well have been. But we're going to have to assume not in the great annals of spellcasting. Do that last bit. Crit damage. Sorted. We do a save. Ludwin just there, staring. But not immediately attacking us.
I can't believe the Inquisitor allowed this.
Oh. Immediate repercussion.
What is done is done. Do not waste your breath justifying it to me. Countless innocent lives cut short. Even my own soldiers. And for what?
Well, the problem being gone later. Always.
Make no mistake. There will be a reckoning for the chaos you unleashed here.
Lest we forget, you burnt down a bloody city.
At least now I have a better idea of who is pulling your strings.
No one's pulling my strings. The choice was mine.
It frightens me how well they've convinced you. Envoy, need I remind you why the Emperor sent you? To burn out a threat at any cost. To impose order where chaos reigns. If you and Heelguard are too spineless to remember your allegiance, I'll have to finish the job myself.
You've got to make that D&D character, AJ. Just find a language nobody else at the table speaks. Create very silly spell work.
All I wanted to do was protect Shatterscarp. Give it the chance that Fior Messiverno did not have.
You burnt down that city not because of the Dream Thralls, but because of Adia's hatred towards Animancers.
Instead, I'm left with one dead settlement. And another dying one.
You never even tried to save Fior Messiverno.
Fior Messiverno was already beyond hope. All I did was light its funeral pyre.
Don't even try and justify what you've done, monster.
A word of warning, Envoy. You and I are running out of opportunities to save the living lands from itself.
I kind of respect it didn't just turn into a boss fight with her here immediately.
I allowed you to dictate the terms of this meeting. I won't make that mistake twice.
Well, it was nice seeing you as always. Hope we cross paths again. We all make mistakes. Apologies so much, Harry. I'm first one.
Our paths will cross again. No doubt sooner than you think.
A bold claim to make.
One more thing, Envoy. I know what happened to Captain Alfear.
Yep. Killed her good, wanted a cape, didn't get it. She delighted in the slaughter of that city.
You fought valiantly, and she fell in disgrace. But now you have a debt to the steel garrote. And one day, I will collect it.
What a vile, intolerant creature.
Tell your god I'm coming for them.
Can't respect it. Right, before we speak to Rengrim, there's nothing else hidden about on this little thing now. It's just...
No progress without sacrifice.
If only 3 people die... Nope, there's already, like, more than that here. Well, shit. Rengrim?
I am delighted to have been right about you. I was hoping you'd have the cold logic I wanted to see. We've dealt with the Dream Scourge, but you'll still have some cleaning up to do. Now that I know this was all because of a new god flailing in their cage, the Living Lands is no longer of interest to me.
Oh, you're just gonna bounce? Why?
Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more aberrant than another, does it really matter?
Intense burning passion, AJ, years.
But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here.
But you've been so interesting.
However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. Few can harness so much essence with ease. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone.
We should probably check in and see if her husband... I don't know if they were married. Quilici's okay. We got to see if he's okay.
Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice. The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome.
One of the circle tried to make friends with Ringrim. We saw it in like some diary entries. And Ringrim just kept sending them increasingly large sizes of dead animals. It was like cat, dog, moose, something like that.
You, however, are a power worth shaping. And rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing. But I have to think about it. At the very least, the envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Make your decision based on what you want, Yatzil.
I very rarely take on an apprentice, and I have near infinite patience. The offer will stand.
Alright, so it doesn't have to rush, and this Archmage seems basically immortal. No, it was the full animal, AJ. It was the full animal. I think maybe the eyes were carved out. There was some grim thing added there.
Don't worry.
I have to check the last stream.
My work will still be here when you're done with your godlike's quest.
Okay.
Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart.
Oh.
You know where to find me.
Not just bouncing immediately then.
Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
I will not make that promise.
I think my study needs more ice sculptures.
I don't think it does. Right, we should probably... What are the other side quests still remaining here? I have to go back to the map maker in the first city of Paradise. And we have this treasure map, which I am now just going to Google. I've no shame in saying that. It's one crevice by a bit of water in the desert. I haven't found that at all in the past few days or overlooked it. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I would not rather spend an hour running through every body of water in the area, like I started to in the last zone, and would rather get it done. Exactly, AJ knows. AJ's been here often enough. Let us see. Bum, 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 bum. Give me a moment. Reject all the cookies. It's near the ancient lake bed. Oh, the bit at the very start. Oh, of course it would be. Ancient lake bed being here. So it's somewhere in this bit. Hey, the words naive nitwit also do AJ, but you know, we all believe in something. Despite the world we're currently in. Not that a fantasy world would necessarily be any better. To the lake. I'm just worried about now going to the city and how many people will just be dead. Oh, there's those people on top of that little hill there with a treasure chest that maybe we've seen. Hello?
Thank you again.
Oh yeah, we helped her bring flowers to that grave. That's fine. Let's see. I've got the vague location, but not like a direct picture. So if it's around here, that's like where I'm stood right now. Could it be? No! Damn. Give me up there. It's around here somewhere. If I had already found it, the game would have ticked out. Apparently you can go buy it from a vendor, which none of the others I don't think have had. And it'll count as quest completed, but... Okay, I made it on top. I bet it's not even... No. Show me again. Can't be that far away from it. Unless there's like a tiny... Ah! Tiny ledge. Give it. Oh, that's very kind of you, AJ. Robes of surpassing brilliance. More area of effect damage, more max mana. Despite their garish and somewhat offensive appearance, I'll be the judge of that, these robes are of exquisite make. In addition, the enchantments carefully placed upon them are a wonderful boon for any wizard or arcanist of any kind. Unfortunately, for a prodigal student that enchanted these robes, such augmentations are not allowed for use during exams at the esteemed Bragan Hill Academy. Huh? Made himself fancy robes and were not allowed in? Surely there's initiative in making your own robes. Well, they are quite fancy. It's more like a very fancy dressing gown. For the summer. Not bad. Barbarian-y Stormdancer one's still really cool. It's just a little too barbarian for my liking. Nice. Right, the other one was going back to the fella in the first zone. Before we do that, I think we go back to Thirdborn. Oh, wait, no, wait. Hang on. There's that little area over there. Maybe in my travels, one of the keys I picked up is for this thing. Or maybe I never found the key. I don't know. Let's find out. Did they all die when we did the main quest thing? 2 of them are gone.
God, is the air thin up here?
No. Right, well that could be something that's bloody anywhere. It's back to Google again. We've gone through the vast majority of the zone. I'm not going to just find a small key. Ivorless chest key. Oh no. Some conflicting reports, which there shouldn't be. Someone said a short walk to the east. That sounds doable. Try and make it a straight line. Body by some dream falls. I'll give this a few minutes. I'm not, like, surely what's in that chest can't be. Then again, maybe that's where the lightning greatsword is. Maybe that's where the weapon I've wanted this whole time is. Unlikely. Not impossible. Again, though, I've been pretty thorough. There aren't any, like, fogged up areas of the map here, so I've been relatively thorough. It depends how east they meant. I hear some shiny noise. Higher up, maybe? Yeah. No dice. Is very true, AJ. You hope location of item, though, would be easier. I found a different chest. Alright, this is going to get messy real quick. Oh, I wonder what happened to those researchers looking for a cure. Are you all alive down there? Ankles. Did you find a cure? I assume not.
We're going to die here. I know it. Doom is waiting.
Well, all three of you survived. That's fine. Having another look. Okay, an actual article dedicated to it might be more useful in this scenario. This map doesn't say east at all. That's a little bit east, just in that puddle. Suppose it's east. Wait, in here? Surely not. Oh no, under the sea. Okay. Wait, but that's a puddle that... On their map... Oh, it's the player arrow. Okay, okay. It should be... in this little nook? That's another one over my head, I'm afraid, AJ. You're going to have to explain that one to me. Too far down. A little more up and around. Closer than I would have expected. Down this way. Eat food. Don't die to fall damage. More porridge, please. That's a flower. There must be a body around here somewhere then. More plant. This is going to be a fiddly tiny thing, isn't it? What an odd name for a PC. Well, no, if I think about like current graphic card numbers being in the thousands, maybe it makes more sense. Anybody see a shiny key anywhere? It should be glowing gold. I'm still too far away. Like, it literally says about here somewhere on the image I've seen in the map. I need to try and find another screenshot. I know this isn't the most thrilling when we're just trying to find a little bloody key. There's meant to be an individual here with it as well, but... Are they gone? Are they dead? Have they run away? Alright, that's not any clearer. It gives some boots that do elemental resistance and move speed. I'm good. I'm not going to spend another half hour trying to fiddle my way into finding a key that may or may not be here. Take one more glance over this edge. There's certainly not an NPC waiting here. Let's go back to Thirdborn. See if everybody okay. Cannot fast travel while in midair. There we go. Oh, that's a way bigger number than I was expecting, AJ. But fair enough. Always learn something new with you, bub. I do appreciate it. Okay, how dead is everybody? Oh, people do not look happy. Oh, everybody's sad. Everybody's sad.
Who needs fabric? Oh, you're back.
You seem fine. Let me just sell some stuff. We've been picking up a lot. Nip, nip, nip. If my crit chance keeps going up with the amount of money I have, then in theory, I'm buffing myself. I need to break down those robes. Everything else is alright. Where are robes? Time to be broken. I think I can upgrade my other stuff yet. Oh god, is the barkeep alright? Ain't they useful to me, AJ? Barkeep is here.
I can't stand how quiet it's gotten.
How many people went?
Thank the gods, someone's alive. What can I get for you?
Oh boy, I'll be off.
Stay safe out there.
I've ruined this. Oh, maybe there's be a silver lining here with Chico and Their grandfather.
Who needs fabric? We still have stock.
Oh no. Did the refugee husband die?
How could this happen? I don't understand. I just wanted to start a family.
Shit.
Dad. My Gladwine. So cruel, the gods. What will I tell our child? Dad.
Oh! You!
Gladwine.
You were here this whole time? From tutorial area?
Envoy? You get around, don't you?
So do you. What are you doing here?
Funny seeing you here. Makes Paradise look kinda nice, doesn't it?
Are you following me?
Makes Paradise look kinda nice, doesn't it?
Hey, Uncle Capo? You've been staring off into space for a while now. How about a game of Hazatoa?
Kutabao, haven't you tortured me enough?
Asking him through a window.
Then you badger that godlike to give up my only way out of this cursed world. I'd rather the sand swallow this entire town if it would grant me a...
Well, neither of them died.
I'm sorry, Uncle. Please don't say that.
Cheers, Naruto.
I'll leave you alone then. Call me if you need anything.
She did, AJ, but we can't just suddenly mistrust everybody. Can we? Traitors everywhere. Spies everywhere. Even in the cop. So, a lot of people died. Oh, I bet the leader's not going to be pleased about this. Oh, of course, this dude didn't die.
So few folks around now. I'll have to raise prices to account for the loss.
Timurti.
3 dozen dead, of no apparent causes. They just fell over. Like their hearts were stopped in their chest. What did you do, Envoy? I know you're involved somehow.
I should have brought Kai with me. There were no other options.
Bullshit. There was always another option.
Let me explain.
Something better than this massacre. Dozens are dead, Envoy. Their loved ones scream for them. What was all this for?
To stop the Dream Scourge taking more lives.
The costs were too great, Envoy. And you paid them with third-born blood. I hope your fucking decisions haunt you forever. You've cost so many families their loved ones.
You need to tell your guards to let me through.
You have my permission to go anywhere else.
Thank you.
Get out of my sight, Envoy.
Oh. Not much more could have been done there. Ding! Hey, everyone, we leveled. We leveled. Oh, not a spin ability. I mean, it could have been hundreds. It could have been hundreds, but it don't feel good. Of course there's a whirlwind ability. Of course there's a big spin. I don't like spinny, though. This one's for you, AJ. I do not want big spin. What else have we got? Gain max attack speed and some stam regen for 10 seconds. And it grants lifesteal? At another rank? That's kind of spicy. And for the wizards, we can get our shock accumulation. More bounces on that spell. Probably good, but... AJ, spin to it. Look, I will get the ability so we can see it, right? Rank 1 is the ability. Second one is 2 spins. Level 3, 3 spins. I will show it for you. We will see what spin looks like in this game. I mean, it's a pretty rapid... You know what? That's a pretty rapid spin. I was expecting it to be the silly... Whee! But that's pretty snappy. Do you know what? We'll keep it. We'll try that. We'll try that. It's not going to go to my active abilities. I'd still much rather create a thunderstorm. But for you, AJ, we will keep the spin to win. And win we shall. Now we have to leave this place. Okay, before we head over to the next map, we need to run back to Paradise. One, to talk to the ambassador again, and then also to deliver info about the dead cartographer we found. There were no happy endings for this one. It's much more to my liking. Why have I suddenly got a gun? Where's my sword gone? Silly game. Alright. Where is the map shop? Stanzas, there we go.
The adherents have come quietly. They will not take us by force, but with rules and charters.
The ambassador was in the low town, wasn't he? So I can't go and speak to him here. I have to go back around.
From underneath our feet.
Sansa, you have another dead map maker.
You're back.
Wilfred is dead. He's made a good progress on Shatterscarp.
Ah, poor Wilfred. A keen eye for botany. He loved to write about the plants he found. Please, keep searching. I'm sure the others will turn up soon.
They have all turned up dead.
Have you been to the bathhouse? I'm too busy myself, but I'm told it's a taste of old Spirento.
You know, I haven't been back to the bathhouse in a while. Let's go to the bathhouse. We've been adventuring in the desert. A good bath is probably more than... What's the word? Not more than bargained for. More than deserved at the moment. And we cleared all the bandits out.
Yeah.
Envoy?
We're not fighting, are we? We're all going to be good here. You'd better be. I can't remember where the bathhouse was. That's the Temple of Hylia. That's not the bathhouse. It's in the lower city, goddammit. Yeah, Mermaid's Den. Why not? I doubt there'll be a new quest there. I don't even know if there's an option to have a bath. I don't think I checked. But why not? When in Paradise? Exactly, AJ. Grime, blood, so much sand, mushrooms trying to grow everywhere. It's nasty. It's very nasty. Oh, I got an attribute point as well. I'm afraid we need more stamina. Because my swings... Who's that crazy pirate lady who stood here at one point and that never amounted to anything? Yum. Hello, I'd like a bath, please.
Don't be a stranger.
God damn it. Excuse me.
Hey, I thought we were just getting started.
Hmm?
Where are you going?
We've been over this. You paid for an hour. If you don't have the skates, I'm done.
Come on. I'm a regular. You know I'll be good for it next month.
Well, you've never gone back on a promise. And I did miss those hands. Do you mind?
Thanks, Gabe.
Can't you see I'm busy?
I didn't say you could watch.
Well, no bath for us. Well, you've got to clean the plate as well, AJ. You've got to get all those nooks and crannies in. A shame. I like when games give you the, like, ability to just go and unwind. in whatever form to take a moment. It doesn't always have to be like the full Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. You must like fully wash and bathe as a mechanic for people to... Like, I respect that game for that. But I just like the ability to go and have a drink somewhere. To go and use the, you know, bathes, the brothel, what have you. Get a proper shower. Shower's the wrong word. You know what I mean. Do a spot of fishing, mayhaps. I can't turn away from a good fishing minigame. I like that, one of the Guilty Gear. I can't remember if it was the most recent Guilty Gear 2. You had fishing in the lobbies while you were waiting for matches. That was good shit. Alright, we must let the ambassador know what's going on and see if we can eke out any more answers from him. And we'll see Garrick. Hey, Garrick.
None of the clerks believe my story.
I know. It's because you haven't moved for 2 acts of the game, Garrick.
I trust you're still holding together?
I'll be going. Oh, so I could tell him about the burning city, but I couldn't tell him about that one. Fair enough, game. We've gone there, we've gone there, we've gone Shatterscarp. Assumably now we'll be heading towards the volcano-y bit. But there's still so much more of this map. Emerald Stair must actually cover all of that. Dawnshore kind of goes a little above. No, because look, that's Thirdborn, that's that bit, that's that bit. It's prime for some DLC to fill in more of these blanks. I don't want to go to Acid Hot Pot. Absolutely not. To the tusks. Yeah, the Punk Room Red Dead was pretty good. Red Dead had a lot of side activities that were good. I just wish they'd put most of them in the online. They just gave up on that bloody online for the second game. It's a crying shame. If they just took all the aspects of the single player, put it in the multiplayer, that alone would have been good enough. They couldn't even be bloody bothered to do that. Absolute waste of potential because they'd rather just milk GTA. Which they were still going to do anyway. Absurd. It's not like they care. Oh, one of the guards just died because of what I do.
Temerity sent word. She said you can go. I'm sorry, Envoy. I don't have much more to say.
It's okay.
You were responsible for all this death. But I hope you don't end up the same way too.
That's very generous. Right. Go back to a camp to chat with our party members. Then we swap to Kai and Marius? Because I think out of everyone, Marius will bounce off Kai the best. Oh.
We need to talk.
Whoa. Okay. All because all of his people in Thirdborn. Shit.
You let a mad archmage unleash death with a spell.
Okay.
I need to know why.
Suddenly. We're stopping the Dream Scourge, Kai. The spell cut it off.
Is that our answer now? Do we extract that price from every settlement in the Living Lands?
He's not
What
wrong.
is the alternative? That we allow the Dream Scourge to spread unchecked?
I don't know. Maybe.
Fuitu Mayu. That choice shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
Then why did we leave it to that archmage?
Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than we do, and we know more than most others do. She found a great solution, but it came with a great cost. What more could we expect?
Do you hear yourself? You both saw what kind of person she is. The twisted little world she built for herself. If ending the Dream Scourge means handing our fate to someone like her, then perhaps it's not worth the cost.
Do you hear yourself? The Dream Scourge will destroy this island and everyone in it.
Kai, let's be honest. None of us are walking away from this with a clean conscience. But unless someone makes the tough decisions, the Dream Scourge will kill us all. Or worse.
He could bite back with, well, what if we burn down your city? That
means living with our nightmares. Embracing them if we must.
Right. Getting killed by monsters is one thing, but turning into one...
We stand here bickering while the solution is just over the horizon. Nothing matters but the garden. Shatterscarp, even Emerald Stair. They're distractions by comparison.
I'm just going to start when we leave for going to us. For now, I think we all need some rest. Oh boy! Marius.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries.
You'll be the first person in centuries to guide an expedition there.
That'll be cold comfort when everyone thinks I'm crazy for saying I've been there. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up.
Positive as ever, Marius. I look forward to having you as our active companion.
Either way, was it worth it? Who knows?
It's worth it to me.
And that's all that matters, I guess.
Aye, AJ.
Let's go.
Not easy ones. I kind of really like that. If we had had Kai with us, he would have voiced his discontent there. But the fact we didn't, and it wasn't wait for him to talk to us, or we had to go talk to him at camp, he just kind of ambushed us like that. I think that's really good. That reminds me of Rex in Mass Effect 1, at the moment where you could have chosen to kill him. And only monsters would do that, but you know what I mean? A character had agency and came to you with I don't agree with that. And there wasn't a right answer, a way to go. It's just depending on how you look at it. At least in this case.
Anyway. Until next time.
That's all.
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. I just hope we made the right decision. Those ruins are priceless, and I truly look forward to exploring them again in the future, but I don't know that I'll ever truly accept what we did. What I did.
Now we're all dealing with those consequences.
Usually I know the right answer. It's obvious. Here, though.
Aye, that they are. We had to stop the Dream Scourge.
I know. We've seen enough pain caused by the Dream Scourge. Things have been unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Akedans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
You must be the luckiest historian alive.
And it's all thanks to you and your weird god, Sapadal, was it? Oh, big fan. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
I don't like either any of these options. At least we know where we belong.
Fascinating. I can't imagine what it was like to grow up a godlike with no god. I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget.
Aye, codex entries for future players to find.
But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
Alright, get some rest.
Don't let the bedbugs bite, dearie.
Please never say that. Shatter.
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. How much do you really know about Adra?
It's a rock that has something to do with the passage of souls.
Not bad. Adra is a physical manifestation of a metaphysical phenomenon. A mineral that takes our souls from death to rebirth. We severed the Adra and Naku Kubel to slow down the Dream Scourge. But at what cost?
You think there'll be unintended consequences?
That would be putting it lightly.
Oh, great! You could have voiced them while we were there.
The souls of the dead who go looking for a passage to the beyond will have nowhere to go. they'll be lost in darkness. Some will find their way to an Adra pillar, far from Shatterscarp. But others could wander this land for centuries.
I don't know, AJ, when it comes to Yatzil, I certainly do. Can anyone help them find their way?
A watcher, maybe. It's a shame we haven't got one.
We'll call on the protagonist from the first game.
Try as we might to help others, we won't always succeed. Even the dead can suffer the consequences of our actions.
I think it would have been important to raise this in the decision-making process.
I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone.
Unless she only realised it now, to be fair.
Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
These moments don't just happen. You have to make them appear.
I suppose you're right. Maybe that's the point of our little campfire chats.
Hey, player can just choose not to have any of them.
While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Of course. Many as you like.
Appreciated. Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me.
Was it the carved skull?
She seemed eager to distinguish your Adiran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
I mean, she declared war on Sappadol, which puts me in an awkward position.
Indeed, it does. It's just... when you rejected Ludwig's offer, she wasn't surprised. As though she saw it coming.
Good point.
Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Maybe she never has.
Oh, oh.
Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing. Or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I.
Aye, get some rest.
If I must.
Alright. Kai?
Being here brings back memories.
He does not want to talk about it.
Night, envoy.
No. Alright, Kai. Alright, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Let's do some crafting. Ooh. Can make the fancy Adra. Aye, AJ. Massive gut punch. Even when you were lovers, the game said. She still... Suddenly... Okay, I can't upgrade to the fancier material here, but I can upgrade my sword one and make it legendary. And then we need living steel chunks and blood rife toadstools. But this is why I think we've only got one zone left. There is not a path after legendary, so one would assume it stops here. Okay, so we want Marius, because there's going to be lots of dwarvy things. I think we take Kai. Again, I think Kai's gone beyond just, we love Garrus, and has become his own person. And while I enjoy Giata and Yatzil's kind of chatting going along, especially gameplay-wise, Giata is just the most solid. Maybe we've taken Kai around for a lot. Maybe we take Giata for the start of this one with Marius while we explore. And then swap to Kai later. I like giving people their time to shine. But I don't want to just bring Giata because, like, gameplay. I like hearing from Kai. I want to hear more from Kai. Without both of these, we're going to miss our scholars. And we're going to be kind of mooching around. But until we explore the city, maybe, and not the main quests with Marius, we keep Marius in, because he hasn't had a time to shine. Indeed. Oh, I haven't thought about that show in a long time. legit. Wait for it. Dairy. And Neil Patrick Harris is just such a delight in whatever he does. So enthusiastic.
Watch your back out here, traveler.
Right, I think before we end the stream, let's go have a look, shall we? I've definitely done all my side quests. I have. Apart from obviously finding star metal. But this should be where we're taking it. Here we go. Gallowayne's tusks.
Ludwig may have a skull for a face, but her fury was clear enough. If her path crosses ours again, it'll be ugly.
Yep, straight to violence next time.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And I plan on hunting her like a rat.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
My feelings about Ludwig are complicated.
Oh, this ought to be good.
No, Marius, that was a stopping. We were together. Feels like a long time ago.
Back when she had skin, I hope. Not that I'm judging, of course.
Is a fair point, AJ. Just excellent actor, I suppose.
Having met her, I assume that was a very, very long time ago.
There was the romantic option in those early dialogue scenes. If we were together with Ludwig before she died and became a Death Guard, or after. I'm really curious that extra wrench that after would have put into things.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
I can avoid unnecessary violence, I will.
But will she do the same? I think not. Violence may be inevitable.
Aye.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map.
And a map!
And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of soccer.
You have something to say, Marius?
Oh, now you're listening to me all of a sack of sup sudden. You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a page-raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Gallowayne's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
I guess we will find the acid water.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Day Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
You also don't want to go back there. Want to find the closed dream scourge? The garden's our best clue.
And all your clues come from one source.
Oh, AJ, certainly. That dialogue was chosen on purpose.
What do you know about Sapadal? How do you know you can trust them?
The truth is, I'm not sure I can anymore, but I have a job to do. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Then you're gambling with all our lives. Don't expect me to be overjoyed.
Fair.
I'm done here. Do whatever Blessed Day planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Something's really rattled him.
Yeah, his home's there, where he grew up. He doesn't want to go back because shit happened.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
If he comes at me like that again, I'll put him down. Like, We'll give him time.
I hope so. One of us should talk to him. If something's eating at him, I don't like leaving him to his thoughts.
All right.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
Alright, alright.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, I'm tired of your blessed day attitude. Get over it. Well, you know what? So am I. So just let me be alone for a bit.
This isn't about the map or the garden.
It is.
No, it enforced
And
loyalty. No.
It isn't. I'm not sure what it is, really. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying.
We need some breathing exercises. Breathe, Marius. You're safe here. Panic attacks are rough. We can get through.
Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Alright. Well then. Let's go see this new zone. Oh. Under the firelight. It's not going to be active as we go in, right? Assumably?
Marius, you told me Mount Forgia smelled
I
like
stand
a
corrected.
basket of eggs, but you should have told me it smells like a ship's latrine after a month at sea.
Always thought that if I ever came back here, I'd never...
It's okay. We're all here with you. Deep breaths.
Oh, yep. Thunder in the distance.
Just need to... I just need a moment.
Oh. Bless him. That was not enforcing loyalty, AJ. That was doing breathing exercises with a friend. Very different. Right, let's have a gander. Well, it seems pretty big. And the keep is all the way past the halfway point. You know what that means? We're going to have to sweep the lot of this. And the garden is before we get to the keep? Huh. But it looks like it's pretty straightforward. There isn't going to be twisty-windy bits all over the shop. We'll have whatever this acid bird is over here. Clear out the centre. Go to the garden. And then make our way through to the keep. And these twizzly bits. Let's establish a bit of a perimeter. Before we call it for the day. Certainly feels pretty oppressive here. Still all of Sepalda's roots growing everywhere too. And very upset sounding birds. Well, they died going that way, so for now we won't go that way. See if we can find another fast travel point. Heading in the other direction. The beacon lit up there. Beetles. Right, Marius's ability's down there. I did have Kai's ability on there. How dare you use my name like that? How dare you say Baroque his will? I can't believe it.
You take lead.
It's obvious the moment you say it. And then I'm just like, my gods.
Not bad enough for going into those godless ruins. We're also walking face first into a beast.
Spin! Ooh!
To keep the rest of us out.
They did a lot of damage. Why can the beetles cast defensive shields?
Nice shot.
Okay, angry beetles. Sure, makes more sense than bears.
Who's ready for more?
Thriving ruins. Good jump, beetle. Shatter. Now, is all the water here going to be stingy acid water? Not quite. Oh, Yatzel's the only person that can remove illusions. That kind of sucks. That means we kind of have to have Yatzel with us. Because there's no other way to... Unless there's more than one entrance. I want to answer this now. Because otherwise we're just going to have to get Yatzel. Kind of sucks because you want to be able to bring whatever companion you want, but Kai does fire stuff. Marius just kind of senses in the environment. He doesn't interact with it. If Yatzel's the only one who can get rid of illusions, then, you know. Are there any spells that remove illusions? Can I do this myself? It's not looking good. It seems like it's kind of Yatzel's thing. Oh, damn. That's so annoying. Because then now it just feels forced. Because who knows what would be behind the thing at one point. Alright, have these beetles not noticed me? Let's finish clearing out these ruins first. Oh no, because then I'm not gonna... I wanted Kai with me. I also want Marius with me, because Marius needs some time to shine in his homeland. Sorry, Kai. Looks like we have to take Yatzel with us for now. Don't you worry, Kai. When it comes to main quest things... Oh.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs.
They had every reason to, Sepulda.
We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return.
You can't deny there were casualties.
Blood on the wire. Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many.
It don't feel like we did. Oh, there's the AJ answer. And do you know what? I think, given everything and how stressed our character might be, I think this is going to work for now. I'll take any fucking responsibility for anything, can you?
We tended, comforted the living, and buried the dead. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us.
I mean... depends on whether you hurt the people I love.
Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
not reassuring. Kai left your party. Yetzel joined your party. Alright, I think then with that, I will say thank you very much for watching.
Gods. Oh. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Yes, Marius. Yes, I am.
Oh dear. Focus on something else, dear. Like how terrible the tusks smell.
I don't think that helps, Yetzel. Yeah, if you enjoyed yourselves, don't forget to hit that like button. Help push the video through the algorithm so more folks can come hang out and play some games with us. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. We're on the weekdays at 9 AM GMT with World of Warcraft.
I thought I'd be going back to Galawain's tusks.
Don't make me regret my decision, Marius. And between 4 and 6 in the evenings, we're here with other games. You can find playlists to all the stuff we've already covered right here on the channel. Binge to your heart's content. So until next time, folks, much love, take care, and bye-bye.